Welcome, I believe, to individual event 2. Let me just check. I think we are. Yep, we're live. All right. Welcome. I feel that ad should have played automatically, but it didn't for some reason. That's why. Okay. Anyway, we're still live. I'll just play the ad now.
I be on top car, I be on job, and I put it on God, they ain't nobody stopping me.
Whatever training program you're using, if it's not Sentinel training, you're wasting your time. HWPO doesn't PO. Proven is actually okay, but ours is better. Get some GPP in your life, uncle. We program fun and challenging workouts and preserve the most effective cure for and barrier against chronic disease. We review your workouts and give feedback and spend hours getting the workouts right. Sign up now at trainsentinel.com. If you don't, well then everything they say about you is true, you concubine.
True. You can sign up for Sentinel at trainsentinel.com. You get a 14-day free trial with Taylor and Bryson. And they're also running a nutrition program at the minute. I don't believe, get the live chat up on the screen, but I can see it on my phone. So there'll just be a delay in me responding to things that you say. But yeah, we're here. Event 2 is coming up. Event 1, I've got Johnny Davies beside me, seminar staff, owner of 179 Cross. We were outside for event 1, and we had skiing, biking, rowing. We got to see the men last heat, and the winner of that event. And the females, I mean, there's no real major surprises, I guess. So we can't actually pull this up on screen because we can't pull anything up on the screen. But Katerina Isel, I remember her from Strength and Depth like 5 years ago. She almost made it. I think she was a few points out. Yeah, she came first. Joanna Skendaj came second. That looks like an Albanian flag, I think. Connie Eastby came third. Miriam Mirham von Rohr fourth. Other notable names: Taylor Howe in 8th, Holly Tynan in 15th, Lucy McGonigal in 20th. Bit of a climb ahead of her there. Claudia Luck in 30th. That's not a good start.
It's not the start you want, really. That's a long way back.
Yeah, from 30th. She would have been most people's favourite to get a ticket. Yeah. Cara Frey didn't show up, so she's becoming a bit of a flake. That's 2 European events in a row that she hasn't done. Now, she didn't do the Open, so she couldn't qualify for the games anyway, but she would have definitely had an impact on the leaderboard you would have expected. Oh, here we go. Something's happening. How exciting. Right. I don't know why it's getting in. And no volume. Anyway, that's Ali. He's doing the French broadcast. So I assume the feed will just switch after he stops talking. So we're just going to talk over him. Yeah, so Cara Frey didn't show up. Emily Lundberg didn't show up. Nicole Heer didn't show up. Lucia Borziani came last. So that's your cutoff point for the females. And then the male side, Enrico Zanoni didn't. Well, he didn't do. I saw him yesterday, but he got his T-shirt. He came and got his T-shirt and
he got
his shoes.
Thank you very much.
And Len Postel didn't show up. Now, the bad thing about this is that's going to screw over a lot of people on the Heat 1 app, myself included, who have picked Karen Frey over to maybe podium and have picked Enrico Zanoni to maybe come top 5, and now my Heat 1 picks are just completely screwed. Yeah. But anyway, we've got event 2 coming up. It's on the screen there now. You can see it. So we've got clean and jerks, burpee box jump over, 3 rounds of descending reps. So we're going to get faster and faster. Go down. It's only a 7-minute time cap, so it's going to be pretty.
Yeah, it'll be fast.
Pretty hectic.
Horrible workouts. There's no pacing. Just go.
Absolutely awful. Right, looking at the comments. 6 a.m. Let's see how it behaves. Yeah, welcome to the East Coast of America. This is your English language broadcast, and there's also, if you want to dip your toe in some multiculturalism, you can watch Portuguese, French, Spanish, and I think German on the French Throwdown channel. There's your leaderboard as it stands. As we said, one event in, some familiar names there: Taylor Maren Von Rohr, Con Eastby did Wildlife Fest the other week as well. Taylor Howe finished 4th or 5th, I think, at that. And Catalina is on top after one event. Obviously, there's a hell of a lot still to go. We've got 7 more events. This next one is a completely different energy system, would you say?
Yeah. Which is good for some athletes and bad for others.
Yeah. Would you expect a major shift then?
Yeah. Not for the top, not for the overall top 5, top 10, but there'll be some people that are just, this is in their wheelhouse, high up on the leaderboard, but not do so well for the rest of the weekend.
Yeah.
It's one of those where you can't mess up the leaderboard.
You'd expect that at least we're going to make some ground on this. This is like classic cross, isn't it? So we're still heading down the way. Talia has an absolute mountain to climb.
30th?
Yeah. Lisa Fuliano, 22nd. Like, you would have expected the 2 of them to be thereabouts towards the top. Someone's asking where can you see the leaderboard. It is literally on the screen, Hector. If you go to competition corner, you can get the leaderboard. Then that's the bottom. Karen Freya. At what point did they delete Karen Freya and Emily Youngberg from the leaderboard? Sure, there's a minimum work requirement. They can't just skip the first workout.
Yeah, I think they just stay on the leaderboard as 0, right?
Yeah. All right. Heat 1 of this. We've got Taylor Hanna, lane 1. Diana Pinchuk, lane 2. Trisha Simoes, lane 3. Some of these names have to be made up. Hinatia Montebello, lane 4. Andrea Valenciano, can't see this end of her surname, lane 5. Sarah Massoni, lane 6, and they're gone. Wow, 20 per heat. Okay, this is going to be hectic. Oh, I meant to preface this whole broadcast. Audio not good. What's wrong with the audio? I meant to preface this broadcast by saying, if you're expecting, if you're coming here looking for like Sean Woodland or the voice of CrossFit, this is not what this is going to be. So lower your expectations. We have no control over the footage that we get. We just speak over the footage that we get, and we try and make it as clear as we possibly can for you. I am not. I am not Brian Friend, so I'm not going to know everybody's name, and I'm not Sean Woodland, so it's not going to be expert commentary. Your voice sounds fancy. What the hell does that mean?
Wow, that's a huge flaw. It is a pretty big flaw, to be fair. There's 3 of them in total.
Yeah. Wow, this screen is small.
Yeah, it is small. I think most of the moves on this workout will be on the burpee box.
Okay, so it looks like one head of the dumbbell just has to touch the ground.
Yeah.
Or else judges are failing.
The weight goes up on the dumbbell as they go through as well, so you might see some of them struggle on the last dumbbell for the 10 reps.
And they have only one box, so it looks like the box just stays the same, yeah? It doesn't actually mention the box in the workout description.
Yeah, the box is the same.
Okay, we have issues with the sound. So I don't have it yet anymore, Tyler. Explain what you mean, Bob, by bandwidth and you're close to your mic. Wicked echo. Maybe it's the two of us sitting beside each other then?
Yeah, we were just too close.
Oh, hang on, wait a minute. Okay, is that better? So I turned something off on the screen. Tell me if that's better.
You've gone so far off the thing, you're off the camera. It's just, your mic's just floating there in space.
Okay, that's better. Okay, great. Yeah, that's what the problem was. All right, we can't even see the screen. Can't even see the time. which is amazing.
20 reps here, 22.5 kilo dumbbell. So it's a little bit heavier, but nothing that will worry them too much.
All right, I'm going to have to change my overlay because we can't see the clock. That better? There we go. Look at that. That's better. I'll figure out a way to put the games tickets back up on the screen. All right, so 2 minutes 40 on the clock. We got our first athlete on the second round of dumbbell burpee box jump overs.
Taylor's
That's
there,
Taylor, yeah.
second, to the looks of it.
She's done some work at your place, hasn't she?
Yeah, she's done quite a few when she was living in Swansea. Okay, last dumbbell, 30 kilos.
What do we got? 3 minutes
This
20.
is going to be a challenging weight for 10 reps.
7 minute cap. This is the first heat, so it's going to set our time to beat. Jeez, her shoulders are massive.
Push press, probably making it a little bit harder.
Yeah, his tail is close to a split jerk there.
Yeah, Taylor's with the jerk. And it's going to be full send and maybe box jumps at the end.
Yeah, they got significant lead. Oh, there's our first back. Five at this, yeah?
Yeah. Around about the
So
4
two
minute mark.
more. He's done. Brian Friend would know who that is.
Yeah, we got a race. We got a race.
That's tail on the left in the green.
Jumping up is quicker. Yeah, just the burpees are a little bit faster.
I said your 1, your 2, your 3, and 4. So fourth for Taylor in that one.
Yeah. So 8 and a 4th for Taylor, first two events.
Do you think everybody touched their chest off the ground in those burpees?
I would hope so.
Looked like it. So 7 minute cap. So the people still working have about 2 minutes 15 or so.
Yeah, I don't think we'll see anyone hit the time cap.
Two minutes to go. They're all coming
they're
in.
on the last round.
One of the things I did a show the other day with Adrian talking about the programming, and he, because of, you kind of mentioned earlier on when we were watching outside the event 1, if you end yourself on that event, you might not be recovered in time for this.
Sometimes it's one of those events where if you absolutely, like event 1, if you absolutely put yourself in the bin, it's one of those events is very hard to recover from. So potentially, if you look at the whole weekend, maybe hanging back just a touch is going to help you on events 2, 3, 4, 5. Because if you full send event 1, you don't recover, you're just going to sacrifice scores later on down the road. So potentially something to think about and look at.
So do you think maybe that's what Claudia Luck was doing?
No, I wouldn't. I would say that she is doing it. She's doing a little bit too much.
She overpaced. So did Luke Parker. All right, so heat 1 of 2 of the women. And what was that time to beat?
Just over 4. I want to say like 4:05.
I mean, that'll be beaten, won't it? The
I
next
would
heat?
say so. Yeah, I would say so.
So we are joined by Erika Ekelund here, who is the Heat 1 winner of the Elite Division in the women's event number 2. Erika, just discussing there about the heavy dumbbell, increasing in weight as we got through the workout. What was your strategy going into that event?
Nothing, just go. It will soon be over.
So a sprint workout and real strength in that heavy dumbbell, in that 30 kilo dumbbell on the end there. How did you practice that one in training?
Yeah, just a bit. But I think For me, it's easier if I have some light weights before and just go to heavier because I barely feel any difference then.
And you've got one more event today, which has a lot of pressing in it, some wall balls and some inversions as well. What impact do you think that heavy dumbbell is going to have on that third event for you?
Yeah, so I would definitely feel the legs and probably my lower back as well. So it will be fun.
One more heat of the elite women coming up next. Let's see if they can challenge your time. Congratulations, Erica.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, all right. So that's Erica. She is with Krieger. And yeah, that's a pretty impressive time to beat, in fairness. So we'll have event 2, heat 2, coming up in a couple of seconds. And we'll see what happens. So what was that, 4 minutes something?
Just over 4, yeah, low 4s.
We should probably take note of this kind of stuff, shouldn't we?
Yeah, we should write this stuff down, shouldn't we?
Yeah. Let me just use the pen and paper that I don't have. Okay, so just to reiterate for anyone that's joining, this is the English language stream, and it will be, this is the standard you're going to get. This is the quality you're going to get from us. We're not here to do anything other than promote CrossFit, show the athletes, talk about affiliates, talk about seminars. So Karen Frey, lane 1, she's not doing it. Elisa Fuliano has a bit of ground to make up. So does Lucy McGonigal. So Lucy's in lane 5. Lane 1 will be empty. Andrea Moistus, she should do well in this, actually. What flag is that? Estonia?
Couldn't tell you.
She's Estonian. I'm pretty sure.
Harley, CrossFit Aberdeen. Rob Lawson. Pull the pin program in and all that.
Garage Gym Revisited. Are you able to do this for less than $5,000? I'm not getting paid to do this. So, yeah, I definitely am. Ingrid Tondel, there's another Krieger athlete. Lane 12. Claudia Gluck, lane 17. Huge amount of work to do to try and catch back up in this. Miriam von Rohr. This is her third weekend in a row competing. She did Wadland Fest, she did online, and she's doing this. Emily Youngberg, so lane 19 will be empty. So empty lanes either end of the field. Those two athletes have opted not to compete. I think there's €12,000, which is like $14,000 or something. $13,000 prize money. It's pretty decent, and there's a games ticket, 2 games tickets. So anyone who did the Open is eligible to qualify for the games. Top 2 females, top 2 males who have completed the Open will qualify for the games. So maybe not even necessarily on the podium, but we'll see.
What are you saying, sub 4?
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be a freak in this that does like 320 or something.
320?
Just sends it.
310 would be fast.
So the way this is working, if anybody's joining, the French Throwdown have a stream and they've given us access to their stream. So we have no control really over what we see. We can just talk about what we do see. So yeah, there's been some comments saying, wow, it's not very full. It is Friday morning at like 11 a.m. here, so I wouldn't expect it to be. There's Claudia Gluck, huge amount of work to do.
I think she'll do well on this one.
She should.
If she needs to get top 3 in this, really.
Yeah.
Like if she's outside the top 10 in this, she's in trouble. Yeah, but it's France, 19-hour work weeks.
Ladies, 10 seconds.
10 seconds.
They don't need to get top 3 if they've got a first somewhere else. Top 5s will do.
Right, they're off. And it froze. And it's gone. Cool. It's going to update. Don't go. Please stay. And we're back.
Dumbbell's not going to be a problem.
Lucy McConaughey is absolutely flying. Look at that. Whoa, that's quick.
Yeah.
So she knows that she has a job on here, though. She missed out. She's in 15th in the online affiliate semi-final. Wow, look, she's doing like muscle clean and jerk.
I think it's the fastest way. Save your legs with 30 box jump overs.
Especially the lightest dumbbell, I guess.
Yeah. But if you go too hard here, you will slow down on the 9s. The 10 and the 5 at the end.
Lucy McConaughey in the white nearest to us there.
She is moving.
She really is moving. Hands in the air for pretty much everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the box. Is this where it's won and lost, you think? The first set of box jumps takes the longest?
It takes the longest. But again, you can, like the last heat, whoever basically got through these the quickest won the event. So you can build up a lead here and just try and hold on towards the end.
Yeah.
But there's a fine line between going too hard and slowing down at the very end. Like it's a short workout, but you still have to get your pace in, right?
Yeah, like you could just blow the fuse off this first one and be done.
The second round of the 20 snatches and the 10 big box movements is still quite a big chunk of work where you can lose a lot of time.
Okay, we've got 3, 4, 5 back on the dumbbell for the second round. So it's 10 this time?
20 here.
Oh, 20 to 10 burpees and then, okay, yeah.
Alternating.
And a heavier dumbbell than the last round.
And if you find this dumbbell heavy, that looks good.
She's still moving, yeah. Not quite as many people doing the muscle clean and strict press. Shockingly.
Claudia's up there.
Last 2 reps to go. That's Claudia gone.
Yeah.
So she's first to the box. And like a 1 rep lead.
She's
okay.
looking strong so far in the Pippi box and boulders.
We're on 2 minutes 40 on the clock. Lucy, Claudia, and some blonde chick onto the box in the second round.
This is where it really starts to hurt now.
Yeah. It's essentially it's the equivalent of your round of 15 in a 21-59, where you're like, how bad do I want it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, significantly slower.
Okay, switch it on the floor.
Ten on this, and then 5 burpees to finish, and they have to they'll finish the opposite side of their box, and they have to spin and come back to where they are now to cross the finish line. You can see the finishing mass there, the red. There's Lucy.
Lucy, yeah.
3 reps to go, I think. Claudia's finished.
There we go.
Is that Claudia? No, I think that's Leah Storn. It is so small. Our screen is absolutely minute. There's Claudia, I think. Right.
Sub 4.
It wasn't quite 320, was it?
320 would have been absolutely
that was ambitious.
Burning it down.
There's Lucy across. And Claudia third. Jeez, Lucy did well there. She made up a lot of ground.
Yeah.
Some of the comments are pretty funny. Corey said the blonde chick is catching David's daughter. It's part of the gender reveal. All right, so that's pretty big then for Claudia and Lucy, who both were like 20th and 30th. 30th and 20th respectively in event 1, needed a big thing to happen here, and they both came in 2nd and 3rd in that event because they were ahead of the heat 1 time.
Were they?
I think so. What did you say, 4:20?
I think the top time was just up 4.
Okay, yeah, so maybe...
I want to say from the first heat, it was probably closer to like a 4:05.
Okay, so maybe Lucy was 2nd.
We'll have to wait
heat 1 was 3rd.
I'll have to wait and see where they all finish, but they're probably top 5, and that's what they had to do after event 1.
Yeah. So 5:14, is that our last athlete across?
Yes. I think I just hit the buzzer.
James asking, have we any coffee in our broadcast cupboard?
No coffee, no cow's milk.
No, they don't. There's 2 coffee shops and they don't have cow's milk, they only have oat milk. You can't milk an oat. I was going to say what I'm drinking, but it's contradictory to the partner brand of the. Yeah.
We've have to put a sticker over it.
So I won't say what I'm drinking. All right, so that's 2 events down for the females.
Where did Holly finish? Do you know?
It didn't show her, so I don't know. She was in that second heat, but it didn't actually show. So again, we have someone.
So we're joined here by Miriam von Rohr, who has just taken the overall event win for event number 2, heavy dumbbell. Miriam, 4th in event number 1. What a contrast. First event, a big, long, gassy workout, and this one, a sprint. Which of the 2 did you prefer today?
Yeah, it's 2 great workouts. So I like the simple workouts like burpees and a lot of endurance. I think this was a little bit more my favorite. I worked last month a lot at my speed. I was before a high rocks and an endurance athlete. And yeah, it's for me a little bit different, so short workouts. But I like this.
So a great start for you here at the French Throwdown 2025. And as you've just said there, you've transitioned from being a high rocks athlete very successfully, and the strength on that dumbbell, 30 kilo dumbbell, you had no problem at all moving that. Did you use that dumbbell in training?
It's for me heavy, so the start in the workout was easy, but I'm struggling a little bit with heavy weights. I train this a lot in training, then I know that's not my best part. And yeah, I'm really happy with my process so from the last month. And yeah, at the moment it's a weight, it's heavy, but I can move the weight and I make good steps forward.
One more event today, and as a former high rocks athlete, 100 wall balls seems to be something that might be in your wheelhouse. How excited are you for the last event?
Yeah, I'm very excited. So I like wall balls. It was my favorite movement in high rocks. And yeah, it's a great start in the workout. I think it can't be not better. Yeah, I'm really excited to this workout.
Miriam, thank you. Congratulations on the event win for heavy dumbbell here at the French Throwdown number 2.
All right, Miriam von Rohr. I completely got wrong who that was. I don't think I've ever seen her. I think I've just seen her name on leaderboards over and over again, especially in the open. Who was it? John Young did his mountain, and he has Miriam von Rohr quite low down. And when questioned on it, he said she's never done it in an in-person event. And if you win the open over and over again, but don't do anything else, you have a lot to prove. She seems to be doing okay here.
Depends. Well, there's a lot of events to go in it. Heavy Isabel will separate a lot of.
She's pretty good at lifting, though, isn't she? Didn't she do well? Didn't she do like some Olympic weightlifting meets? I think she's pretty strong.
Yeah, but it's 30 for time in it.
Yeah,
it's completely different to like something heavy for once.
All right, we're going to stick here. There's your results from the men for the first event. Some notable names. Moritz Fiebig already has a games ticket. But there's obviously money on the line here.
Pay me the money.
Yeah. Bronislav Alenkovic, another guy you guys might recognize. Guillaume Briand. I don't know why his name is backwards. On everything I've seen his name on for French Throwdown, his surname is first and his first name is last.
French name,
yeah. Apparently not for Quentin Geralt. So there's your top 10. There was a lot of nose strips, wasn't there? Those, what do you call them?
Oh, the
Airwave nose strips. Yeah. A lot of them. It looked like people were trying to get rid of blackheads off their nose or something. Sven Geens, Philroy Peters from the UK. He was on a team last year and narrowly missed out. Callum Clements. Not a great start in event 1, but he's still thereabouts to. He'd be one of the favourites for a ticket, I think. Georgios Karabas. This is the type of workout that Georgios Karabas will come out of the blocks like the clappers
I hope so.
and then just like trip across his box and not get up again in the last round.
Luke Parker, 27th.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
I'm surprised at that.
Would you call that insurmountable?
If I knew what that meant.
That he can't come back from that? He needs to finish... Realistically, he needs to finish in the top 5 to have any chance. No, as in overall. To have any chance.
Yeah. But he's going to have to place in the top 5 probably.
If Luke Parker qualifies for the games, I'm going to believe in God.
Okay.
There is a God if he qualifies, because that man is religious. Look at that, number 37, Georgios Pancreatis.
He won.
Crispy's asking, was event 1 not broadcast? No, it was outside, and they didn't have... Slash didn't bother setting up the cameras out there. To be honest, I don't know how entertaining it would have been. The last maybe 6 seconds of each machine were entertaining because you're seeing who was getting off first, and then the last 20 seconds of the workout were entertaining, but the rest was just a long monostructural type.
Yeah.
It was like watching a 20-minute cardio session from 20 games athletes at once.
Yeah, in a class.
Yeah. All right, so heat 1 of the men. Faster than the women, do you think? 352, is that what Miriam did?
Yes, I would say that last dumbbell is 40 kilos. Which I think will be fine.
Wow. These guys are moving fast. The guy in the middle, I don't even know if the dumbbell's touching his shoulder when he's going up. There's Phil Roy. Again, more nose strips.
This dumbbells are just like an annoyance to get through at the start of the workout, really. It starts in the
burpees?
Second round, first round of burpees. But then you're going to feel fine on that first set. When you probably get off it, going to the second dumbbell is when you're going to feel it. And if you can maintain the pace and slow down. So easy to get a no rep here as well, but like keep the dumbbell out in front too much, not locking the arms out.
There's Phil Roy's on the box. This is the type where he'll end himself on this.
It's one of those workouts you have to.
Yeah.
And if you don't train these types of workouts consistently, it's just not going to be there.
Do you keep an eye on that kind of stuff, on what like JST and those kind of groups are programming? Is this frequent for him, like this type of workout?
Yeah. Obviously, you can't see everything they program, but you can see a little bit from social media. These are the workouts that nobody wants to do, really. You would never choose to do this type of workout.
Kevin Doyle asked, would they wear the nose strips if they weren't sponsored? There's no way these guys in Heat 1 in French Throwdown are sponsored by Airwave.
Yeah, you never know.
No disrespect. Okay, they obviously have Phil Roy picked as someone to keep an eye on for this.
The lead then if the cameras are on him. Or there or thereabouts.
So 2:05 on the clock, 7-minute time cap. The ladies' time, 3:55-ish, unofficially.
Yeah, and this is now where pace on the dumbbell is going to be a separator. Clean push press.
C2, 3 hand. We've got our first athlete on the box. Okay, Phil Roy's joining. Phil Roy legs don't appear to be functioning the same way they were in the first round, judging by that little jog shuffle over to the box.
Yeah. The 5 big box jumps at the end is not a lot.
Yeah.
You just got to get there first.
God, I'd hate to be one of the guys lagging behind, knowing you still have to finish it and you're going to finish like last.
Okay, 40 kilos. No problem. No powerlifting, no
Wow.
push press. Thank you very much.
Great knockout as well. My God.
Yeah. Good reps from the front. Touch and go, all 10.
Okay, he's heading back. 5 reps. He'll finish the other side, then he has to run back past his dumbbell. That other guy is on the ground behind, so don't mind him.
We're going to be just sub 4, potentially.
Yeah, 56 or so. Here he goes.
He drops the hammer.
357 it looked like. It's our first dude over the line. Here comes our second. So 357 and 410. I'll write them down somewhere.
Write that down.
Philroy's in about 416. But 357 is our men's time to beat. So 7-minute time cap. Would you big dick people here now and go over and start clapping people when you're finished?
Would I?
Yeah. Would you be like, come on, mate?
If I'd finished ahead of people that I was competing around, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Allowing a jump down and a box jump over is refreshing.
Not a high box, though, isn't it? You can't really rebound either. I think not the issue. The rebound is the issue more than the jumping off the box.
I get rebound being an issue, but this is sport. Like if they want to rebound, let them rebound. If they don't want to rebound, if they want to step down because they're worried about potential Achilles injuries, that's fine. And it just eliminates any like needless no reps for a standard that I get it's there to protect the athletes, but again, it's a sport.
What about though, like say Rogue, where there was like Achilles popping? Would you change it?
But that was sort of the style of the movement.
Yeah.
You know, something they wouldn't really train. The way they were going over the box, you know.
Yeah.
So then, if you're going to put something completely out there that's never been seen before, potentially there is more safety elements around it. But they all do box jumps in training. There'll be box jumps in training. Well, I agree with Joe.
Nice work, dudes. Thanks, Greg Glassman. David Weed says, bro is spitting facts. Holy shit, I don't think I've ever heard David Weed agree with anything anybody has ever said. That's well done.
That's right, huh?
Yeah. So I believe we're going to have an interview with that guy. With the incredible body and terrible haircut. And worst chain. Here he comes. Let's find out his name together, shall we? Stella?
Congratulations, Artemis. 358, sub 4. That was a sprint workout, and you did not hold back. Did you practice that one in training? What was your strategy going into event number 2?
I practiced it back in home Athens, and my strategy is to go all out. I didn't have a heavy dumbbell in my gym. I did it with 22.5, 30 and 32.5. So I was a little bit worried, but the crowd here is making the dumbbells lighter.
And you've traveled here from Greece. When did you fly in?
When? I flight at Wednesday. I was here Wednesday. I love Montpellier. I love France, Throwdown. I come every year here. It's one of the best competitions, so I'm here.
Congratulations. We'll see how heat number 2 get on with your time. 3:58, the winner of heat number 1. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Wow. So, anesthetic Artemis. I'm just going to make up a different name for any of the names I can't pronounce. All right, so he has a time to beat. What did we say it was? 3:57.
3:57.
3:57. All right, okay. Someone said he has pierced nipples. I didn't notice them. Brian Friend is furious you don't know this guy's name. Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be a long weekend of not knowing names. But
it's a different vibe.
Yeah, it's a different vibe. But this is like it's more like a watch along.
Yeah.
than an official broadcast.
Almost like a reaction.
It's just a shame for French Throwdown that we're doing the entire English language speaking section of the world.
Yeah.
All right, so we got Heat 2. Notable names. Pretty sure Enrique Zanoni isn't going to be here. Victor Hessinghoff should do well at this. Moritz Fiebig should do well at this. Luke Parker needs desperately to do well at this. Oldus Upanix isn't in a great spot either. Needs to do quite well at this. Luca Buisson. That was a nice pronunciation on this. That's good. He's an N9. Seriously, they need to fix Guillaume Briand's name. That's going to just piss me off all weekend. Second 10 athletes for this heat then. Any minute now.
Who are you picking?
It depends.
Moritz?
I would have picked Oldus a year ago, but then I think he had like shoulder surgery, and I don't know what. Like, I haven't seen him do anything like this, so I don't really know. I'd say Moritz should do well at this. I'd be really impressed if Moritz has gotten his ticket already, come back to French Throwdown, competed, and does well. I'd be really impressed.
Yeah. That would show a pretty sound level of fitness.
Yeah. Sven Geens, lane 16, one to keep an eye on. Callum Clements in lane 20. He's kind of one of my picks to qualify out of the whole thing, so he needs to do well in this. I think he finished 17th in the first event.
Yeah, I know, but he crossed the line with what? 5 other people?
Yeah, it was
pretty much at the same time.
Yeah, it was like ding, 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 ding.
One of those workouts where like you transition 2 seconds longer between each ski to bike and bike to row.
Yeah.
That time is so hard to make up.
But we could see like when Callum got in the rower, he was suffering for the first like 40 seconds. He was obviously told, listen, when you get to the road, just settle in.
And the biggest difference was the C2 bike.
Yeah, because it's the longest section of that, I suppose.
Yeah, and whatever time you made up there, you basically kept from the road. All right, here we go. Karavich's workout, I'm not sure how in shape he is. I guess we'll find out. I haven't seen any no reps yet on the first couple of heats. To be fair, from what we can see on the screen, front on.
It's that middle 4 lanes, isn't it, really?
Yeah. Elbow's not locking out. Big one, dumbbell up front.
You'd wager the no reps to come on the first dumbbell, would you? Because they're moving so quick and they don't need to really get into any kind of good position necessarily. There's Braun, Callum down the end. So it's those middle 4 or 5 lanes there, really. You've got Luke Parker, Oldus Upanix, Moritz Fiebig, and Georgios Karabas.
Yeah.
Like I said, I fully hope and expect Georgios Karabas to absolutely blow the barn doors off in round 1 and then capitulate in round 3. That was his modus operandus for Rogue in October.
Just burn it down.
Yeah, just start.
Sometimes if you get one person that starts off super hot, it makes 2 or 3 other people go with them, and it just completely ruins their strategy.
Oldus is the last one over onto the box there. That's not really great for that particular prediction of mine.
Well, he's moving on the burpee box jumps.
Yeah, so you got Moritz in the black t-shirt on your left. Beside him is Georgios Karabas, Luke Parker, Oldus Upanix. And then over this far end, it's not going to show you. You got Callum Clements. He's going to keep an eye on over the far end. If I could pull comments up, I would pull comments up, but I can't pull comments up, so I'm sorry. Marco said, I saw a no rep in the girls' first heat.
There we go.
You can send an email to danielshaffi@frenchthrowdown.com. So Moritz.
Yeah, this dumbbell does not challenge at all.
Wow, are Braun's arms just massive and that's why it looks like he's not locking out? Can you be bow-armed? You know when you're bow-legged, can you be bow-armed?
You can, but I doubt that's it. You know?
It's
again, it's hard to see.
It's possible. It's Georgios Caravan.
Yeah, big hinge to try and save the legs. Look, keep the legs as straight as possible and the legs on the burpees and the box jump.
So 2 minutes 20 on the clock. 3:57 is our time to beat from heat 1.
Yeah, 3:57, so sub-4.
Moritz is the first onto the box. Georgios right behind him. A 1 rep lead for Moritz. A rep and a half, I'd say.
Just jump up on the burpee. That's the fastest way. Jump up, jump on, jump on. But it's also the toughest on the legs. You see a lot of them stepping up on the burpee a lot more. There we go, there's one example. It's just a little bit slower. It depends whatever you can maintain.
Yeah, I mean, what is it? It's probably not. It's not like it's 50 burpees. Like, it's not going to cost you a huge amount of time.
Yeah.
Even accumulatively.
If it can gain you time, if it can gain you like half a second on every rep.
Yeah. Here we got our first 2, 3, 4 athletes back. So Georgios and Moritz. I think Moritz still has a 1 rep lead.
I would say so.
He seems to be moving faster on this too.
Yeah.
There's Jorge Fernandez's little brother. Oh, no rep on the right there. Just look like the dumbbell just slipped out of his grip.
Heartbreaking on Moritz, big push jerk in the middle.
Yeah. Georgios is back first. Wow.
You just play the boxing one.
Yeah. Whoa, that's cool. Fair play, Moritz. You're a beast. So Moritz looks like he came in third, and those 3 guys, I actually think Moritz might be 4th overall. I think he was 3:58 and 3:57 was the time to beat.
Yeah, okay.
Wow, okay. So the broadcast showed us Moritz. And we had another 2 guys sneak in ahead of him. Jorge Fernandez's little brother. Oh my god. They're going to have to be peeled off the floor after this.
At 4:30.
He's in. Like, he might as well just go home.
I would say.
Listen, Luke, this is your opportunity to prove to me that God exists. You need to pick it up. You've got 6 events to go, buddy. He'll pull out his Jesus is King t-shirt in the next event, and then all will be right. Oh. That's Sven Geens. There must have been a problem with... Did he get a no rep, I wonder?
No rep, and then I think he's saying that they lost count, or should have been maybe a rep ahead of what he was.
He's doing a lot of explaining, isn't he? I'll tell you what, Morris Phoebe looks in really good shape. Like, he did really well in that first workout. He did really well in that workout. He looks like John Singleton has him very well prepared.
I mean, these 2 workouts are basically the opposite of each other as well. So
yeah.
If you're doing well in both. Two events done?
Yeah. Wonder what we get. We get a little sneaky look at the leaderboard.
He is the Heat 2 winner of the Elite Men's Heavy Dumbbell event. Not sure whether we've got the whole event win there. We'll have to have a look at the scorecards of the previous heat. But a 4-minute finish there, Louis. How was that event? What did you plan going into that one?
Well, that event, I knew that it was fast, super fast. And I just go all out and see what happens. Yeah, I win this heat, yeah.
Did you move that 40-kilo dumbbell in training? Do you have one in your gym at home?
Well, in home, for me, was more difficult, that 40 dumbbell. But here with the crowd, with the hair was picking, go, no problem.
And I saw for those last box jump overs, you literally cleared the box, and that gave you a little bit of an advantage, I think, over the rest of the fact. It was tight on that finish. Again, was that in your game plan, or was that just one of those things that you did on the moment?
No. I have this in plan, but I don't talk with anybody. So it was in my mind, and I think I tied with the other guy. I think Moritz was behind me. But yeah. I have good play, so I go for it.
And one more event today. How are you feeling about event number 3?
Oh, my legs are a little bit tight, but it was good battle for sure. Yeah.
Thank you for coming to the French Throwdown from Spain, Luis Cuellar, the heat winner of number 2 for the Elite Men.
Thank you, Stella and Luis Cuellar. I don't know why she keeps asking people, have you got that dumbbell at home? It seems like, I don't know.
Yeah, I would imagine they've all got.
And the last guy didn't. The Greek guy said he has 32.5, he said. He has at home. George from the porch says, Habemus sleep. You two commentators are sleeping aids. Glad to help, George.
Thanks, George.
Yeah. Feel free to donate some money next time you want to make a comment. Positive or negative.
Introducing the world's most powerful mobility app. Adapted to all your sports to unlock your potential. Test your mobility to understand how your body moves and how it impacts your performance. Follow custom mobility protocols tailored to your goals and your body's needs. Access proven, science-backed exercises to prepare your body to perform at its best and recover with
Our leaderboard isn't
purpose.
updated, so we can't
Take
give
the
you any
guesswork
updates on
out of
that.
mobility work. Get ready to
But it
move
looks
like
like Morris is going to be thereabouts for the men. I have actually honestly no idea for the women because it looked like there was a complete shake-up there. Mirham is probably top of the fourth in event 1 and then first in event 2, so we'd expect her to be top. I can't see anything finishing ahead of her. We are going to be back at I'll just say how long from now all over World North America. So in 2 hours and 21 minutes, we're going to be back for event 3.
Event 3 should be good. 100 wall balls.
Oh, yeah.
100 wall balls is a buy-in, and then 3 rounds, 20 deadlifts, 140 kilos for the guys, 90 for the ladies, and then 20 wall-facing handstand push-ups. So the wall balls are a buy-in just once, and then it's 3 rounds of 20 deadlifts and 20 wall-facing handstand push-ups. It's a 16-minute time cap on it. I would say they'll be through those wall balls in less than 4 minutes. I would say that we're going to see a lot of meltdowns on those handstand push-ups.
Nice. That's what we come for.
20 wall facing around. There's a lot. Like Diane is 45 reps of each of a handstand push-up and a deadlift. This is 60 reps of each.
Do you think will they be able to kick up sideways or do they have to walk up?
I would say they've got the plastic.
Yeah.
They've got the plastic walls on the rig, or perspex or whatever they are. So I'm guessing it would be a wall walk up and then a handstand push-up.
Okay. Right. That's it. I'm going to play the weirdest ad you've ever seen, and then we'll be finished. Thanks for watching. Come back in 2 hours, 19 minutes. Keep us company. We should have the west coast of America awake by that stage. If this wasn't your cup of tea, don't really care. We're going to just keep doing it the same way that we've been doing it. If you enjoy it, great. Thank you. Thanks for watching.
Doing drugs is dangerous. Drug addiction can happen to anyone. Get deep insights into your vulnerabilities and, more importantly, your child's susceptibilities with this simple genetic